Mr. Mambe Marine Ebaku, a surveyor engineer by profession, was born on 10 July 1976 in Dikume, Balwe, to Mr. Mambe Elvis Ebaku and Mrs. Etongwe Noret Jale, épouse Ebaku. Following his elementary school, he proceeded to the renowned St. Joseph College, Sase, where he obtained the GCO level. He then continued to the Cameroon College of Arts and Sciences, CAS Umba, from where he obtained the GCE advanced level. His professional ambition saw him rise and succeeded in the entrance examination into the National School of Public Works Yaoundé, from where he graduated as surveyor engineer. During his civil service career, Mr. Ambe Martin served in several localities, including at Konolinga in the Central Region, where he held the position of Chief of Service for Surveys before his promotion to Ndian in 2019 as Divisional Delegate of MINCAP. I think I arrived at the end, that by really concerning the 5 divisional delegates. As I have said, all the other aspects will be said by the representative, the head of state, that is to say, His Excellency, the Governor of the South. So, my dear collaborators, I have asked. The only thing remains is the media soul rest perfectly. I thank you very much.
Your Excellencies, dear monarchs, I now have the most distinguished honor to invite the man who has been doing everything possible to stop these senseless killings. The representative of the states, the representative of the President of the Republic, His Excellency, the Governor of the Southwest Region, for a tribute statement. Your Excellency.
Your Excellencies, members of government, senior divisional officers of the Southwest Region, the President of the Southwest Regional Assembly, the Attorney General to the Southwest Court of Appeal, Vice Chancellor of the University of Goya, Madame the Public Independent Constitutor for the Southwest Region, the Limbe City Mayor, honorable senators and members of parliament here present, Director General and General Managers of Public Corporation here present, administrators, judiciary and municipal authorities here present, regional delegates and heads of administrative services, religious and traditional authority here present, head of non-governmental organization in the Southwest region, dear representatives and members of the bereaved families, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. On this day when we are all assembled in this ceremonial ground of the historic Centenary Stadium to pay our final respects, remaining 5 of the 6 senior civil servants, especially divisional delegates then serving in Ndian division until their gruesome assassination in cold blood on June 15, 2021 by an unnamed separatist terrorist. It is with a feeling of profound sorrow that I perform the unpleasant duty of delivering this statement on behalf of the administration of the state of Cameroon. Before I proceed, and notwithstanding the tragic circumstances that led to our being assembled here today, I would like to convey to all here present the sincere appreciation of the administration for suspending various important personal or official engagement to join the government of our country during those moments of national mourning and solidarity with the bereaved families and the administration. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, as we are all aware, the 15th June 2021 has gone down as one of the darkest days in the history of Ndian division in particular and the Southwest region and Cameroon in general. For it will always be remembered that on this now infamous day, a gang of particularly inhuman and nasty terrorists habitually perpetrating atrocities against the population under the pretext of fighting for the so-called secession agenda, gruesomely assassinated Mrs. Felicia Ndian, who served for a total of 8 years in Ndian division, beginning from 2015, occupying the positions of divisional chief of service for town planning and later divisional delegate for milieu for over 4 years as from 2019. Mr. Mambe Elvis Ebaku, a survey engineer by profession who served the administration in various capacities before his appointment in Ndian division as divisional delegate in 2020. Mida Aman Christian, graduated from University of Yaoundé 1, who, since his recruitment in 2006, equally served the administration in various capacities before his appointment in Ndian in November 2012 as divisional delegate in Mesa, a position he occupied until that day of 15 June 2021. Elad Emmanuel Akasi, a senior technician of rural engineering by career, who since joining the public service in 2012 has served in the central administration of Mine as well as Kumba and Limbe prior to his appointment in 2019 as divisional delegate in Mine. Albert Stephen Nyenti, a senior surveillance technician by profession. He has occupied several duty positions since his recruitment into the public service in 2009 until his appointment in Ndian in December 2019 as divisional chief of service for surveys, and Mabia Johnson Mudika, divisional delegate of Minepat, who had already been given a burial following the recovery of his body years ago. In my capacity as governor of this state, I can only agree with the views of the government of our country that while the Northwest and Southwest regions have suffered many sorrowful atrocities, June 15, 2021 shows another degree of criminal cruelty through the murder in cold blood and mass burial of the 5 senior civil servants whose name I just recalled above. On that day, June 15, which seemed to be and commence like every other ordinary day, those duty-conscious servants of the state administration began what they consider a normal working day and set out from Modemba in their early working hours of the day en route to carry out routine duties in the Odo-Chichi subdivision before falling into an ambush of the separatist terrorists. The abduction and subsequent summary execution of those civil servants, but also heads of their own families or members of various extended families, put the entire Southwest region and beyond into a period of pain characterized by uncertainty and the initiation of various actions aimed at securing their release and return to their homes and families to no avail. Although those efforts were not successful, the administration and their families continue to maintain hope that they will return to us alive someday. Unfortunately for the administration and their individual families, the third sequence of events later turned out to confirm that their abductors actively encouraged, manipulated, and sponsored by their bloodthirsty accomplices and masterminds from the diaspora had only one objective from the moment of their regrettable abduction, and meaning the desire to assassinate them. Indeed, in their blind wickedness and the execution of their evil plans, they did not allow any of the 6 to stay alive. Not even the Lord Lady, on whom normal human being would have been moved into sympathy, thinking about their own mother's wife or sister. To those families, I wish to convey the deep compassion and solidarity of the head of state and the entire government of Cameroon, as well as my personal condolences. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, dear members of the great family, as it stands, even at this moment of grave when we struggle to contain our grave and emotions, even at this moment when contemplate their mortal remains here before us, even at this moment when nobody can provide answers to the numerous questions tormenting our minds since the past 2 years, even at this moment when we are coming to the reality that we shall never see our sons, daughter, husband, colleagues, or friends again, I bring to you this message of solidarity from the head of state and government of our country, notably that life is full of examples to show us that no matter how long person who deliberately assassinate and shed fellow human blood may hide, they cannot hide from God Almighty and their acts of wickedness, for which they will answer before God and before us, will always be revealed. Indeed, this is an eloquent illustration until the recent surrender of the fighter, Tamaya Clinton. His pronouncements and the chain of events that led to the showing of the mass grave in which the terrorists had thrown bodies of their innocent victims, some unscrupulous person who loved to entertain trial polemics had been trying for 2 years to sow confusion in the mind of the population as to what happened to those senior civil servants or about who had carried out those tragic acts, even when sponsors of the terrorists have no shame in publishing audios encouraging their agents in Jan Division to summarily execute them. Numerous observers of what happened within our region certainly remember the audios from the diaspora in which so-called separatist leaders were congratulating the terrorist gang leader for his hideous crime. Today, primary question is, after assassinating those servants of the state, what have they gained apart from shame? This goes as well as divine and human costs. Indeed, it is ironical in the age of public opinion that those who were pretending to be fighting in order to protect the rights of a people have demonstrated several times, as it is the case today, that they are simply criminals and demonic assassins who want to take the dynamic heroic population of the Southwest hostage through their Machiavellic political manipulation. In reality, how can one understand that at a moment when the head of state, His Excellency President Bolivia, has taken every necessary measure, crimed by the organization of the major national dialogue almost 4 years ago, and when this National Constitution Forum gave birth to institutions that have made it possible for the satisfaction of both individual and collective political ambitions, that instead of taking advantage of those opportunities to examine and resolve their preoccupations, sons and daughters of this region continue to carry out the massacre of their brothers and sisters in the name of a pseudo-political struggle. In this connection, in the name of the President of the Republic and of the entire government, I would like to use this tribune to solemnly draw the attention of both local observers and the international community to take note of what is the real identity of those persons who mastermind and give instruction from abroad or locally for the perpetration of those criminal acts. As we certainly remember, in addition to the 6th Divisional Delegate whom we mourn today, we have also registered the tragic assassination of the divisional officer for Ekondo Titi, Mr. Abolua Timote, the mayor of Ekondo Titi, Mr. Nanje Kenneth, the CPDM section president and former member of parliament,
a mass grave some 30 kilometers from Ekondo Titi, in the heart of the forest of Makube village, in the Ndian division of the Southwest region of Cameroon. Everyone here is now face to face with the horror of the separatists. In there are the remains of 5 civil servants kidnapped June 2021, later killed and buried. A separatist leader, style General Ten Kobo, on the instructions of the separatist leaders in the diaspora, to inflict such pains on the families and the Cameroon government, a condition for him to be promoted as the Field Marshal of Ndian Division, gave orders for the execution. A witness, now an ex-separatist fighter, revealed. Reports say the said Ten Kobo later died of bullet wounds after an exchange of fire with the Cameroon Armed Forces months later. Now the government has ordered the remains to be exhumed. It is now difficult for the medics to identify who was who, as the flesh had long separated from the bones. But they managed to identify the female delegate from her hair and her handbag close to her skeleton. Under the supervision of Colonel Ngele Joseph, what was left of the 5 divisional delegates were exhumed and taken back for official funeral ceremony.
Yes, the government have ordered the exhumation. The governor have done everything so that that mission can be fulfilled. The next in the procedure is that we bring the remnant of the court to the Ndian in Limbe in Boya, so that the family can be handed over for mourning ceremonies.
6 divisional delegates were abducted that same day. The divisional delegate for state properties and land tenure, urban development and housing, water and energy, economic planning and regional development, small and medium-sized enterprises, and the chief of service for surveys, now all dead. A mass grave, some 30 kilometers from Ikondo Titi,